Purdue's George Karlaftis is one of the scariest prospects in this year's draft. His power and tenacity will make him a pest for opposing offensive linemen. After exploding onto the scene as a freshman, Karlaftis had some injuries in the COVID-shortened 2020 season. While his stats didn't jump off the page in 2021, he was a one-man defense for the Boilermakers. His ability to open things up for his teammates, all while making impact plays himself, will make him a hot commodity for many teams in the top half of the first round. Karlaftis turns into a human wrecking ball and bullies offensive linemen who have 20 to 30 pounds on him. His best move is a bull rush, but it often results in putting pressure on the quarterback rather than actually getting the sack. Despite struggling to finish, he got a ton of pressures and used that bull rush to great effect. He might not finish with sacks, but he's a brick wall in the run game. People often associate edge rushers with their ability to get to the quarterback, but they still have to be able to defend the run. Karlaftis sets the edge well, but can also escape blocks to make plays in the backfield or at the line of scrimmage. A true three-down lineman, Karlaftis will be a tone setter for whichever defense is lucky enough to have him. Despite being such a powerful player, Karlaftis is a very good athlete. He's nimble enough to dip inside or juke an offensive lineman to get into the backfield. Because of this, he can line up inside at defensive tackle if needed. Eventually, he could see his role change and become more of a 3-4 defensive lineman due to his power and speed combination. This kind of versatility makes him attractive not only in the short term, but allows teams to be a little bit more scheme flexible with him in the future. Karlaftis is a very good athlete, but too often couldn't separate from offensive linemen. He sometimes lacks some smoothness in his get-off and his moves, and against quicker and stronger offensive linemen in the NFL, he might struggle a little bit in the early going. He is a little bit of a tweener, and so he needs to find the right spot on the right defense to really make a quick impact. Karlaftis might not have the stats you want to see, but his impact on the game is very clear. He's versatile enough to bump around the line, and that's a great long-term prognosis for Karlaftis. He's not going to put up the sack totals of Thibodeau or Hutchinson, but he won't be far off. His ceiling is likely 5th or 6th overall, but I'd be surprised if he slips out of the top 10. Hey guys, I appreciate you watching all the way through. Make sure you drop a comment. Let me know someone, a scheme, idea, person who you want to see broken down here in the future. I'm also releasing a speaking football course that goes over the basics of the language of football, what techniques are, what alignments are. So if you're interested in that, check out the link in the description.